Now, when the bomb struck, my mother leapt on top of Dad, protecting him from the whatever was come through the wall or the window. And you can see from that how much she valued men, and one can understand that when she grew up in a household with her sick sister and her father away in India through most of her childhood, and through her young womanhood, her father was in a prison camp in Germany. So by the time she was old enough to go to London, and she was in London during the entire Blitz period, she was on fire watch duty on top of she worked for an insurance company and a department store, and the curtain, the blackout curtain, the glass was shattered into 1,000 different pieces, and these 1,000 little shards of glass cut the curtain instantly in 1,000 different little places, and it was just threads hanging in front of the window. You could see through it. You could see outside. You could see the window. You could see the night, and so on. So, but luckily they were unharmed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Now, the only success that I knew in my life was when I put together those informations, those bits and pieces of very tentative mention of the past. Occasional little bits of information would come out, and when I put that together, so in a way it was a weird kind of blessing to have such a long association with that person from around the road, because otherwise I would never be able to figure out from what I saw of the relationship. You know, there were constant other partners in the house, down the road, at night, and when she left, and things like that. So I was never my first girlfriend, in actual fact, was being somewhat fed up with all this after a long time, after more than a decade. I had a relationship, and from this other relationship I learnt what things could be like, but I was not able, nor was I strong enough, I suppose, psychologically within myself to live up to what my intelligence or otherwise profile might have been suitable. And I do not want to end up being one of those men who in latter life, being of age, reaches out for some motherly woman. I want a friend, a lover, a wife, a singularly beautiful woman. And that's one of the major goals of my life. So most of my life was trying to maintain, with the intelligence and all the reading and the reclusive activity I had, because I just stayed indoors most of the time and read books and painted pictures and stuff like that. Just kept away from things. So the only success in life I knew was after the age of 50, and at long last, having decided who I was and what I was, that sense that people would come up to me as if I had a sign on my back, as somebody said, that you had a sign on your back, Philip, as if, you know, that seems to say, kick me, and I seemed to be asking for it. It was a weakness in my character that I used all the brain power and the intelligence I had to probably to fool one person only, that what was happening was somehow normal, I maintained this wonderful cocoon for myself most of my life. But now, as an artist and as a person, it's a great adventure. I still have ambitions to be, for want of a better word, normal. Normal would be great, but on the basis of that, to build a life, travel, explore things, find strengths and express those, and so on, is so to me the latter part of life, the next 20 years or so, remain a wonderful, beguiling challenge and full of opportunity. So I have a very future optimistic orientation, despite myself, despite what's happened. And the normal profile. Older gentleman finds he has had a troubled childhood, seeks out for a motherly woman, and combines with this kind of lady. Stuff.